Hey, and happy summer. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to talk today about small groups. We're doing such a great job and with our whole group instruction, and every kid gets everything. But you'll see from your data and just from knowing your students that there's going to be some kids that do just need more targeted small group instruction. And that's where we're going to focus today. Just to start off and tell you a little bit about myself, my name is Virginia Quinn Mooney. I've been teaching first grade for 20 blah 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 years. I'm also a group moderator on the What I Should Have Learned in College Facebook page, which has been an incredible blessing for me in my career because it truly brings the current research to me as I'm reading posts, whether or not they're going to be posted or not. But I am lucky enough to be the recipient of all of the new stuff that's coming out pretty much on a real-time basis as it comes out. One of the things that I have always thought when it comes to reading acquisition, one of the things we now know is that it's not natural to read. It's not innate. Walking and talking are, but everything else, including reading, we have to actually teach children how to do it. And that is what we are now doing with the science of reading and structured literacy. I've always sort of looked at it as learning to read is like walking on a stone pathway, and every child needs to be on that same path. That's the systematic part of it, the scope and sequence, and the foundational piece that they need. And what my small group allows me to do is I can go to whatever part of the path that that child is on, and I can meet them there. And that's where we've put our focus on for the small group. What you're looking on in this screen is essentially the components that I try to fit into every small group when I do them. Try, we know, we're teachers. We know best case scenario, we have time to do everything. Real case scenario, we do our best. So the question that I get often is, while I'm in small group, what is the rest of the class doing? And the answer is centers. It is my hill. It is my hill that I will die on. It can be done, and it can be done in such a way that the work that the other students are doing can be authentic, and it can be a good use of their time. Uh, Not without the routines, however. I spend the beginning of the year before I start my small groups. I invest my time with them to make sure that they are steady with the routines. It's a little bit of time with a lifetime worth of payback. So it can only be my small group and me working with those students in the small group can only be done if the students that are not with me are completely working independently from me. I always think to myself, if they can do it, why should I? And if it's something that they can be doing, they should be doing it. More them, less me. And that includes everything from just putting themselves into centers to working independently when they get there. I'll show you what I mean. This is a group of kids who are putting themselves into the centers for that day. And you'll notice, well, I'm recording, but other than that, I'm usually not there with them.
Dad, find the birthday cake.
So one of the things that I've learned to do over the years is I clump things as often as possible. What I mean by that is that little guy gave that one girl about 8 names, and those 8 kids go to that child, and then the other 8 kids will go to the other child that has those cards, and it's done in a minute because it's just 2 groups of kids getting it done as opposed to like handing out one kid at a time. So I always think clump, how can I clump this? So now that they have the cards, they have their own routine that they look out for each other and put themselves into the center.
Hallway. We're going to
So once those two kids have put themselves in centers, they're calling the next kid and so on, which again, just ensures that they're in control of all of it. And when I say independence is key, like for sure, it really is. Like even, I've seen some videos and I've seen some people talk about how when they're working with a group of kids and they want their other kids to know that they're not really available for them, they'll wear like a plastic fire hat or a boa. Um, in my estimation, if they need to see me with something on my head, then I haven't fully made them independent. That means they're still looking up at me as a possible source of information, but they don't need me because they have a classroom filled with capable friends. This center board is my clearinghouse for all things that they need. In the you'll see where they hung up their cards. There's only the only number of push pins that are there for them to hang are the number of children that can be in that center. So they never need to ask me if a center is open. They also record where they've been, so they don't need to ask me if they've been there. They are in charge of all of it. Also on this board in the middle, it says, ask me, I can help. So whatever center they are going to, if they don't remember the directions, or if they just need an explanation, or if they want to know what they do with it when they're done with it, because they've forgotten the directions that I've given them, they go to that center and they look for the child who knows the directions. And I know that they know because I've spent a couple of minutes with them on the first day of that particular center, and I know that they are ready to be the helper for that center. The other thing that I have hanging up is what exactly the task is for that center in case they forgot. Again, they don't have to ask me. They have to ask me nothing. Everything they need is right there for them. Uh, my my goal is really increasing their foundational automaticity in the word centers. Nothing is ever instructional. Most of the center is the bottom of the rope type stuff. I teach first grade and it's my most important job is that foundational piece. It doesn't mean I don't embody and teach the top portion of the rope, but in my centers, I make sure that I always have a writing and a word. Lots of phonics, lots of the time. When we're swinging from that top of the rope, though, that's through my content and my science instruction. But I do touch on it, as you'll see in a moment. So these are some of the centers that I have. They can switch out. I might not always have a content center. I might not always have a heart center or a reading center, but I have lots of activities for it if I want. My listening center is a Storytime Online or just any storybook reading app. There is a bilingual version of it. So my MLL kids, if they choose to listen to it in their native language, they may, or they might choose not to. The one thing that is a non-negotiable for me, believe it or not, on this list is the Art Center. They're 6, they're 7. Yes, I just said it. I can't believe I just said it. They're 6 and 7, and they have to do art. They have to do art at least once a week. They have to go home with finger paint and magic marker on them, or else I haven't done my job. So I'll just show you what some of the centers might look like in a given week. This was my STEM center that week, and our content learning during this time is birds. So they are building a nest for the bird, and they had to write about it in their journal. So being a literacy geek that I am, I do try to incorporate as much literacy as I can get in. This is an example of a reading center. So if you remember, I don't pick their centers for them, and I don't decide what activity they're going to go to that day, and I don't decide who their partner will be. So their partnerships could be, they could all be on the same level, or their partnerships could be that they're on very different levels. But even that, I have scaffolding built in. So when the children go to read, they could either say me or we, based on their comfort level or based on just whatever it is that they want to do. So there I had my ML student chose we because he was not comfortable reading by himself independently. And then I had my other child choose me, but they were all quite happy. I will typically have a smartboard center, and it will be phonics. It will be whatever phonics pattern we worked on that day. And if you are not familiar with WordWall, I highly suggest it because it is very independent, because it is self-assessing. And here they are sorting open and closed syllables. You hear that? We almost did it. And they'll just try it again. So this is my quote. It's my favorite quote that I made up. Those who need me the most get me the most. Small group instruction does not mean that I have a weekly schedule that I decide on Monday morning, and I'm going to make sure I grab every single kid every single day, or even at least once a week. I progress monitor on Friday. I look at that data, and then I pull the kids who have not mastered whatever phonics skill we've been working on. I never, the center work that the kids do is not new learning. It's all just practice and exposure to what they've already learned. But even now we're getting into the small group portion of it. So even the routines for how my centers go has got to be tight so that we're not wasting any time. The quicker my routines are set up, the faster the kids are used to it, the more time I can spend with my kids in small group. So when the children know that they are me, because there's a picture of me and their name is hanging next to it. So they will go to the center table and wait for me. Usually that's just because somebody just came in the room and they had some gossip and I'm just not getting over there quick enough. But while they wait, there's a couple of different activities they can choose. This is for my MLL students. It is all the phoneme grapheme correspondence for them to get more practice. Show me. Oh, nice. And these kids are just going to do a little bit of heartword work while they wait for me.
Then. What?
I don't like to waste their time. It's one of my things. And I always think to myself, is this the best use of their time? So that's why I try to have fun stuff waiting for them. Okay. So now begins what my small groups will look like. Every single small group begins with a quick phonemic awareness exercise, just to, as my first graders and I say, to get the neurons popping. And when I say quick, it's like just a handful of words. And then we jump right into the letters. I know that there's a lot of conversations about phonemic awareness and not using letters, but please do use letters. The research is behind letters. So we're no longer going to do phonemic awareness in the dark. We're going to go ahead and turn those lights on. But here's an example of how they might start with this activity for phonemic awareness. All right, ready for chopping?
Yeah.
Great. Choppers up. Choppers down. First word, boy. You got it. Boy. And then a good chunk of my time is spent with the phonics portion. I always sort of look at it as kneading bread. You know, we twist it, we turn it, we pull it apart, we put it back together again. We really get in there and dig into it. And it looks a little different depending on what phase of reading my children are at. So you'll first see some of my truly emergent beginning readers. These children all happen to be MLL students. They speak Portuguese and Spanish. I think that's it. Yes, Portuguese and Spanish. So essentially, if you are in this phase, here's who these students will be that come to me. So as you can say, they really are at the beginning, and I am teaching them anything from concepts of the print to the sound of the individual grapheme. So here's an activity. All right, you ready to work? Ready to work? Great. I'm going to say a letter sound, and I want you to find that letter and I want you to pull it down. All right, first sound. Find for me the letter that says B. B. Look at you all. All right, put it back. Quite good. Now find for me the letter that says Oh, that was quick. Nice, put it back. How about the letter that says ah? Oh, I see lots of octopuses. Just amazing. All right, so that's all about getting that
Okay, put that one
grapheme
back.
phoneme
Now,
correspondence. And then I'm going to show you how it's sort of gradually the scaffolds change and the activities change. Give me the sound. Excellent. What's the sound? Fabulous. Amazing. Well, good. I now know that it's 2 letters. I've come a long way since I made this video with my own sounds. Let's just say the letter is, and the sounds are, show me, a and a. Just Brian, a and, good. What's the sound? T. The letter is T. What's the sound? Just Josue, what's the sound? Fantastic. Okay, and now we're going to begin manipulating and changing the sounds. All right, ready? Put these words together for me. And sit. I want to hear. Sit. Keep it up. Sit. Amazing. Now we're going to make sit. Say. Sorry. That. I heard you. Quite good. So they went really from just trying to identify the print letter, and now they're putting those sounds together and they're reading it. And what you'll see now, I don't know if you noticed in that other video that I don't have them say it. We stretch out that vowel, and it's called a continuous blend, and it is incredibly helpful for the emergent readers, and for some reason it is particularly helpful for my MLL students, and they'll show you. All right, Enzo, you have been doing an amazing job with this, so you're here to help them, okay? When we read, right? You with me, Josue? We're not going to look at every letter. We're not going to say I want you to put your first 2 letters together like this. And I want you to hold it and then come to the end of the word. You want to try it? Look down. Look here. Try again. Yes, sir. You want to try it? So your first 2 are d, ah. So keep saying, hold that ah, and then add the last letter, right? Go ahead. D, ah. I can't stand listening to my old videos. I'm going to skip you because you're killing it, okay? You ready, sir? Your first 2 are s, eh. So I'm going to hold that eh, and then add the t. Ready? Try it. Sit. Good. So now we've done, so now they're ready to start some decoding and encoding. And the kids at this level are these students. They're they're reading close to or just below where I need them to. They're close to their ORF, but they're not quite there. So if you just take a look at the population for this group, you'll see some of the work we do. We're still right now doing the word work, and we're still working on the phonics and our blending and our segmenting, but just you'll notice it's just at a little higher level. You ready?
Yes.
Tap it, map it, write it. First word, chat. One more time. Tap that for me again, Ben. Slow it down. Good, thank you. Every box is a. Good. Hey, you hear me? Sometimes. Made by two letter scopes. And that little one right now is looking over at the sound wall, which is always such a big celebration for me when they use the room. Nice gluing, Gianna. Fabulous. Swipe. Okay. So another fun way is with Play-Doh. And I know with the structured literacy classroom, one of the things that I really loved was the theory of just tell them. It's no longer discovery learning, but every now and again, you just have to give them the opportunity to sort of bang it out, I guess. And I truly do believe that they will map it sooner. So this video is a little bit longer. I'm dying a little bit inside every time I'm not helping, but I'm confident you'll see what I mean. Ready to write some? These are all floss words, okay? Every box is a. Every box is a. Izake, just you. Every box is a. Good. You don't need your marker yet. We're going to push the sounds, okay? Say the word after me. Say boss. Now push.
For writing.
Now go ahead and write it in the box. Remember what sound is in each Play-Doh, right? Nice. I see that mouth. Izake, I want you to press the Play-Doh for me one more time for boss. Start left to right. Nope. Nope. Press it like you did the first time. Ba. Don't erase yet, bud. You're not ready. Ba. Ba. S. Both of you, put your finger under the very first sound. Izake, put the marker down. Put your finger under the first sound. Good. Put on the Play-Doh. Push it again. What is it? What sound, what letter do you have for ba? Is that right? That's right. Good. We're going to move on. Go to the next sound. Ba. Ah. What sound did you write for? Stay with me, babe. What sound did you write? Stay with me. Go back to ah. What sound did you write for ah? What letter did you write for the sound of ah? Is that right? Nope. You went ahead. Go back to the second sound. Is that right? Okay. Now jump to the next sound. Nope. Ba. Ah. S. You skipped the box, honey. What sound should be there, Izake?
S.
Good. What sound should be there, bud? I usually will correct them if they go from bottom to top in their writing, but he was working so hard. I just didn't have the,
Every
I
box.
didn't have the heart. Every box is a,
Sound.
these are floss words. It's a one syllable short vowel word that ends in S. What do we have to do to the S at the end of the word if it's a floss sound? Every box is a, better be proud of yourself. I see that proud face. That was really good. Spell floss for me. Sorry, spell boss for me. Look, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry, B-O. I'm sorry, B-O. B-O. It's a floss word, you might as well go ahead and floss, right? So you'll see what I mean. That felt worth it to let them really hammer that out. So we're still going up the ladder of kids' ability. Anything fun in first grade. I know that sometimes researchers will shy away from like gimmicky stuff. I choose not to. Sometimes I just like the gimmicks and the toys to help them learn. All right. I say, you pop, you write.
You said, I said, I right.
Amazing. First word, let's do stick.
Stick.
Say it, pop it.
And
Nice. Why did you put a CK at the end?
because it's a one so short vowel.
Good. Kate, were you going to say something about your big, beautiful brain? Did you use it? You sure did. Swipe. Okay, so puppets are a good thing. I'm just showing you different ways. Now, this is, like I said, I will pull my kids who are at the higher levels. And clearly they're going to be getting different things. And these kids are now onto the larger words with more GPCs. Are you ready? We played a little game I like to call clap it, show it, write it.
Yeah.
All right, clap it, show it, write it. First word, motion.
Motion. Motion. Motion.
Nice. So great, multisyllabic, and they're showing me how many syllables first. That was an open syllable, friends. Shun. Good. Spell motion for me.
Motion. M-O-T-I.
We're rolling. So all of this is, again, still part of that word work phase. I'm just showing you different ways that I get to my word work. There's also, I love a good word sort. There's one more. You have worked very hard at this. There's one more open syllable word. Ooh, I can tell by your face, you know you nailed it. What does that say? Is it an open syllable?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Thank you. So regardless of what phase of language development they're on, everyone now has to apply their skill in a decodable, and even that will look very different depending on, again, what phase they're at. So we'll start again from the first emergent phase, and this is what their early decoding will look like. All right, one letter at a time.
No.
What does you say? Good. Start at the beginning. Yes, say that louder. Run, see if you're right. And true words, that is literally the first word that he ever read in his little life. And you saw how proud he was of himself. So decoding could be anything from like that. That's just there at the one word level. It could be, I think this is a poem. Let's see, I don't remember. So nicely done. You have highlighted your floss words, correct? Nice mustache. Take that down. Thank you. You've highlighted your floss words?
Yeah.
All right, that means we are ready to read. Would you like your reading fingers?
Yes. Yes.
Do you want your real reading fingers or your scary reading fingers?
Scary.
Got it. What color?
Scary. I want blue.
Do I have blue? Here's your choices: green, light green, orange.
Black.
There you go. Okay. We're gonna do it together, friends, right? So reading finger,
Up.
reading finger,
Oh.
reading finger.
Up.
Now reading finger goes.
Down.
Good. Start at the title. Jill
Jill
gets a hit. Really good. Wait, okay, you ready, Azake? Jill and Bill wish to toss the ball. Great. The ball hit Bill on the shin. Then Bill fell. If you notice, one of the boys was just watching and it was a confidence thing. So we did a core reading and then he immediately, after we did the one core reading, he picked it up and off he went. I do work on fluency sort of by happenstance. I don't necessarily ever have like a fluency group, but once the kids are at this level, they're ready for it and they're ready to have their their reading be more like they're talking. And I do that in a couple of different ways. All right, Caitlin, read that page for me.
Bats are only mammals that can fly. Bats with
Stretch. Good. Okay, now, Kate, now I'm going to read, and I'm going to use my voice to help talk about bats. Listen, and then you can do it just like me. You ready? Okay, so bats are the only mammals that can fly. Try just that sentence for me, just like that. Oh, good. Ladies, look at each other. Give each other a looking good cheer, and we're going to move on.
Looking good.
Can't have too many cheers. So clearly that was just direct modeling. And there's something else. It's got a fancy name. I always forget. I just call it a head start, where I start and then they kind of come in right behind me so that they're actually modeling my fluency, but they're reading on their own. Okay, you want to give me a head start and then you'll come in right behind me? And we're going to read like we're talking? Yes. Who's going to be louder? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I believe in you both. Yes.
Yes.
Can we give Meg a sack of shells? Ask Gus. Oh. Anne hushes them. Yes, but shh. Don't tell Meg that she will have a bash. So after we do this, then they read on their own. They also, poetry is a fantastic way to increase fluency. Can we read it one more time together?
Yes.
Yes? Can I have a little more enthusiasm? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reading finger.
Up.
Reading finger.
Down.
I do not think that I can go
Achoo.
to school today. I've got a cough and cold. Achoo! That just won't go away. I need to rest and eat. Achoo! A bowl of yummy soup. I know it's time to sleep. Achoo! My eyelids start to droop. Getting well could be achoo! So nice and quick and easy. If only I was not achoo! So achoo! Achoo! Sneezy. You guys have nailed sneezing. Who's spring? You want to start us? Okay, go ahead.
I do not think I can go achoo to school today. I got a cough and cold. A truth. Ah,
That
that just won't go away.
read that last part. You have a cold that won't go away. That just won't go away. Try that again.
Won't go away.
So good. Jay, you want to try it from there? So that is sort of a combination of readers theater and poetry. Readers theater is a phenomenal way to increase fluency because they have to take on the part. I don't often do vocabulary in small group. That's more of my big group, but this was vocabulary just so that it wouldn't trip up their reading so that their fluency could come along with it. So I will pre-teach any vocabulary word that I think they might need, but you can see here I did a terrible job of picking the words because these kids are just too smart for me. Okay. So there's not too many words in this book that I thought you may not know. These were the two that I found. The first word is muck. Muck is a noun, and it's another word for, do you know, Charlie?
Yeah.
What?
It's like mud.
It's not like mud. It's mud. All right. The other one, I feel like you might know this word already, but I just want to make sure. The other word is fin. And it's talking about bingo. All right. I believe we know what a fin is. Fantastic. Yeah. So that's essentially what the groups look like. If you remember, I said I have the phonemic awareness, and then there's the word work, and then there's decoding, and it could look like a lot of things. There is a lot of writing involved as they're writing the words when they're decoding and then coding at the same time. What I do is typically I do 2 centers every day. And yeah, I talked earlier about routines, and this is how I go from my first center to my second center. And if you don't have this, I highly recommend it. You'll see what I mean. So this is a 30-second dance party, which means they have 30 seconds to dance, clean up their one center, and get their cards and be ready to start the process all over again. And they've never not hit the 30 seconds. They're always ready for their second center. So I don't know if you remember Enzo, but it's one of my favorite teaching moments is that I caught on camera when he read his very first word for the very first time, and the word was run. So this is now the end of the school year, and I just wanted to give Enzo the last word and give him an opportunity to show off his reading. First. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you? I know you are.
And live and laugh.
Roger,
in the sun. It's so hot, but they have so much fun. The kids want to pick up lots of flowers too.
You're amazing. Can I have a thumbs up? The face. So, okay, I guess I lied. Enzo got the second to last word. My kids wanted to give you the last word.
Thank you.
I know, we can't stand how cute they are. I get it. I hope that I was able to impart something and you took something away from today. And again, mad respect for just being here and participating and learning with me. I appreciate you and enjoy your summer. And someday we do have to go back and enjoy that day too.